Welcome to the deep dive. We got Pascal Grandjean's Karma Beyond Death. And
wow, yeah, this is it's interesting.
it's interesting. Well,
It's not just like a typical album. It's like a whole
It's an experience.
yeah, a musical exploration of all these like big concepts. It's life, death.
Karma.
Yeah, we've got the album and those track descriptions too.
Yeah, those are
Really interesting.
Just over.
Yeah.
Where do we even begin?
Well, let's start with the artist himself,
Okay.
Pascal Grandjean.
Yeah.
So he's this self-taught musician
Wow.
from Germany.
Okay.
And he's mixing popular music with these like really deep philosophical questions about life, death, and karma.
It is. It's a cool mix.
Yeah.
It's like he's not afraid to push the boundaries of what music can be.
Yeah.
You know, he's not just trying to entertain.
Right.
He wants to make you think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we've got 4 track descriptions to go off of.
Fairy tale, way to hell,
Right.
interlude, acceptance,
Yeah.
and totally calm.
That's quite a range.
Yeah. And they all evoke such different
Yeah.
moods.
Totally different moods.
Yeah.
And they're all looking at like,
Different parts of karma?
different facets of this whole karma concept.
Okay, so let's unpack fairy tale first.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go
what do you
ahead.
think? Well, the description mentions synth waves, right?
Yeah.
These kind of serene synth waves.
Serene, yeah.
And then soft vocals and some acoustic elements.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's
Dreamlike.
he's creating this dreamy atmosphere.
It really does paint a picture
It does.
in your mind.
Yeah.
And then it mentions a choir
Oh, yeah.
and piano coming in.
Okay.
And that must add like these layers.
Layers of sound.
Like-
Yeah, and like a real richness
Yeah.
to the soundscape.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's got to be pretty captivating.
And then there's this instrumental solo
All right.
that is described as calmly sharp and velvety bright.
Calmly show. I know, it's
Velvety bright.
a very interesting
That's a very
combination of words.
interesting juxtaposition, right?
Yeah.
But it makes you think like,
Yeah.
okay, so there's more to this fairy tale
More than meets the eye.
than meets the eye, right?
Yes.
There's this depth hidden in those like dreamy sounds.
Right.
Like it's not just a simple happy-go-lucky fairy tale.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's something else going on.
There's something deeper there.
Okay, so then we shift gears completely
Right.
to Way to Hell.
Oh yeah, way to hell. This is like
Your whole other vibe.
that's like the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, totally opposite end of the spectrum.
So it's got these intense guitar riffs,
Yeah.
driving drums,
Okay.
and it creates this like really powerful, energetic feel.
Yeah.
It's like an anthem.
Like an anthem.
Almost.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, totally. And the way they describe the singers.
Oh, the vocalists?
Yeah, the vocalists.
Yeah, the male and female vocalists
Yes.
interacting during the crescendos.
Yeah, it's like
That's like a call and response. You can just feel the intensity in their voices.
it's palpable.
Yeah, it's like they're battling.
Yeah, like two sides of a struggle.
Yeah, like an
internal conflict?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a clash of perspectives.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go from that intensity of Way to Hell
Yeah.
to quiet contemplation
Oh, okay.
with interlude.
Acceptance.
Interlude.
And this is just a solo piano piece. But it's so powerful.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So just a single instrument can create that sense of introspection.
It's incredible.
It is.
Yeah.
And the way the piano rises and falls.
Yeah.
Creating those crescendos and then those softer moments.
Uh-huh.
It's like you're going on this journey.
Journey of acceptance.
Yeah, like the title suggests.
Right.
It's like the music is saying that.
Even if we've made mistakes, you know,
Yeah.
there's still hope for like peace and resolution.
And those softer moments really do feel
vulnerable,
like true self-reflection.
Yeah.
And then we have Totally Calm.
Totally calm.
Which I think is aptly named because it starts with this piano melody.
Okay.
And it's very soothing.
Is soothing.
And then the female vocalist comes in with this ethereal voice.
Okay.
And her voice is double tracked.
Oh, wow.
Which must create this really cool effect.
Yeah.
Like an echoing.
Yeah, like an echoing.
Kind of otherworldly sound.
Almost like being in another dimension.
Yeah. And then a male vocalist comes in at the end.
Oh, interesting.
And it adds like another dimension.
Another layer.
Yeah, to the whole piece.
It's like they're coming together.
Yeah.
In this state of complete tranquility.
It's really interesting.
It is.
How he uses these different musical elements throughout the album
Yeah.
to evoke
Different emotions.
Specific emotions.
Different ideas.
Yeah, like the dreamy synths in Fairy Tale to the intense guitars in Way to Hell.
Right.
To the solo piano and interlude. Acceptance.
Yeah.
It's like every sound has a purpose.
Yeah. And it all comes back to this overarching theme of karma and life beyond death. It's he's painting this sonic picture of these complex concepts.
He's doing it in a way that feels
familiar, but also unexpected.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool. So welcome back.
We're back.
To the deep dive.
And we're continuing to explore
our exploration.
Karma Beyond Death.
Pascal Grandjean's.
Pascal Grandjean's,
Karma Beyond Death.
And, we've been talking about how he uses all these different musical elements to create these
different moods.
Distinct moods.
Atmospheres.
And it's impressive.
It's really impressive,
His attention to detail.
Yeah, it's like every sound is like
in Fairy Tale.
Yeah.
The blend of those.
Like dreamy synths.
The ethereal synth waves.
Yeah.
And then the choir comes in.
Oh, yeah.
And then
the calmly sharp.
The solo. I know, it's just
such a unique
combination.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to.
Yeah, and it just shows his attention to detail.
Yeah.
Every sound is carefully chosen to create the specific effect.
Okay, so we've kind of touched on the emotional arc of the album.
Right.
But I want to dive a little bit deeper into the concept of karma itself.
Karma, yeah.
Because I think it's something that people have so many different interpretations of.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's been interpreted in so many ways.
Throughout history. Right?
Throughout history. And different cultures, different religions, everybody has their own take on it.
Exactly.
But I think at its core, it's often seen as this principle of
cause and effect.
Yeah. Cause and effect.
What you put out comes back to you.
Yeah, that your actions have consequences.
Yeah.
Not just in this life, but potentially beyond.
Right. And he's not just exploring karma in a general sense.
Right.
He's specifically linking it to
life after death.
This concept of life after death.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's using music to contemplate what happens.
Yeah, where does our
karmic energy after we die?
Karmic energy go.
Right.
After we're gone.
What happens to all that stuff?
Yeah.
Build up.
That we've accumulated.
Right.
In this life.
It's a bold concept.
It is.
And it raises so many questions.
Yeah, in Way to Hell, for instance.
Yeah, Way to Hell. Yeah. With that intense driving energy.
That intensity.
Could that represent
the struggle.
The struggle we face when we're confronted with the consequences of our actions.
Right.
Maybe our karma is leading us to
different destinations.
Yeah.
After death.
That's an interesting thought.
Right. What if
there are
heaven and hell are real?
Karmic destinations.
Right. Based on what we do here.
Based on our actions.
And then we have interlude. Acceptance.
Right. Interlude. Acceptance. Which feels like
this moment of reflection and coming to terms with those consequences.
Right. The calm after the storm.
Yeah.
Okay, I've done these things.
Right.
This is the result.
And now I have to accept it.
Yeah. Now I have to accept it and move forward.
And the solo piano, I think, really embodies that.
It does.
Process of acceptance.
Yeah, because the piano.
It can be
both vulnerable and strong.
Yes.
At the same time.
And that's what acceptance is.
Exactly. Yeah. You have to be vulnerable enough to admit
your faults,
your mistakes, but also strong enough to
move forward.
And grow from them.
And then we transition to totally calm.
Right, totally calm. Could that represent a state of being?
Yeah.
After we've kind of reconciled with our karma?
Maybe.
A sense of tranquility that's beyond...
That transcends...
life and death. Yeah, a glimpse into another realm of existence.
Yeah.
Where maybe karma doesn't even exist anymore.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Who knows?
But it's interesting to think about.
It is, right.
It really is.
This whole album is just so thought-provoking.
Yeah.
I love that he doesn't give us any concrete answers.
Right.
He's just kind of
he leaves it open to interpretation.
Yeah.
He wants us to think for ourselves.
Exactly.
Come to our own conclusions.
It's more about sparking a dialogue.
Yeah, sparking a dialogue within ourselves and with each other.
About these big existential questions.
Yeah, exactly.
So I wanted to get your perspective on something.
Sure.
We've been talking about karma as this
this grand universal force. Yeah.
But the way he explores it feels very
personal
and human.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think it's not just about these abstract concepts. It's about the emotional journey.
Yeah.
You know, like he uses those male and female vocals.
Right.
That raw energy and way to hell.
Yeah.
The quiet introspection of interlude, acceptance, like
Right.
all these elements.
Grounded it.
They ground this philosophical exploration
Yeah.
in like a relatable human experience.
Right. It's like he's reminding us that even as we contemplate these big existential questions,
Yeah.
it's our individual choices and experiences.
That shape our own karmic journeys.
Right?
Yeah, it's like we're all part of this grand theme of things,
Yeah.
but it's the little things.
The little things
that we do every day
that matter.
that really matter.
Yeah, and they add up
They add up
to something bigger.
Exactly.
This is all so
thought-provoking.
thought-provoking.
Yeah.
I want to go back and listen to the album
Me too.
with fresh ears now.
There's so much to unpack.
Yeah, and now we want to hear from you,
Yes.
the listener.
The listener, what do you think?
What resonates with you the most
Yeah.
about this exploration of karma?
And life beyond
Is it
death?
through music?
What questions does it raise for you?
Yeah, we encourage you to take some time
To reflect.
to reflect on these ideas.
Yeah.
And how they connect to your own life.
Absolutely.
This deep dive has been incredible.
It has.
And remember, you can find a link
To Karma Beyond Death.
to Karma Beyond Death.
And the description.
Yes, courtesy of our sponsor, Delaxy,
Dulaxi.
who makes these explorations possible.
Explorations
Yeah.
possible.
Yes.
We'll be back soon for part 3
We will continue our exploration of
Yeah.
Karma Beyond Death,
by taking a closer look at Grandjean's
artistic choices,
artistic choices.
and the impact his music has had on listeners.
Until then,
Keep those deep thoughts flowing. So we're back
back for part 3.
of the deep dive,
Wrapping up.
our exploration
Yeah.
of Pascal Grandjean,
Pascal Grandjean's
Karma Beyond Death.
Karma Beyond Death.
It's been quite a journey.
Yeah, it really has.
We've talked about like the emotional impact
Emotional impact.
of the music
Yeah.
and this whole concept of karma
Right.
and how he connects those ideas through music.
Music, yeah.
But there's one more layer
Okay.
I think we haven't really touched on yet,
What's that?
and it's Grandjean as an artist
Oh, yeah.
himself.
Yeah, Grandjean the artist.
Because think about it, this guy,
Yeah.
he's self-taught.
Right.
He comes from this small town
Small town in Germany.
in Germany,
Yeah.
and he's creating music that tackles these like huge philosophical questions.
I know. It's pretty remarkable.
It's kind of mind-blowing
It
when you
is.
think about it.
Yeah. And it just goes to show you that you don't need
Mhm.
like a fancy degree
Right.
or a big city background.
You don't need to be in LA
You don't have to be in LA or
Right.
New York.
to create something meaningful
Just create something meaningful. Yeah.
and thought-provoking.
Exactly. His music reflects that.
Yeah, his music reflects
That independent spirit.
that independent spirit.
He's like blending genres, experimenting with sounds.
Yeah.
Creating something totally unique.
Unique.
Yeah.
And you can feel that passion
You can feel it.
in every note.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's talk about
Okay.
some of the choices.
Specific choices.
Yeah, the specific choices
Yeah.
he makes.
Yeah.
We've mentioned the blend of electronic and acoustic
Right.
elements,
That's a big one.
the use of male and female vocals,
Yeah.
and just the way he builds these like sonic
That's
landscapes
Gibbs. Yeah.
that really draw you in.
Yeah. They're
Like in fairy tale.
Yeah.
The choir,
A choir.
it adds this like
ethereal.
ethereal, almost otherworldly
Heavenly.
quality.
Yeah.
And it contrasts so beautifully with the synthetic sounds.
It's like he's blending the earthly and the divine.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you've got the
The interplay between the male and female vocalists in Way to Hell. It's not just a duet. It's
Right.
like
a conversation.
a conversation. Yeah, it's back and forth.
This like push and pull.
A struggle almost.
Yeah, like a struggle between
opposing forces.
yeah, the light and the shadow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like those two sides of ourself.
Right.
We all have.
And then you have the solo piano,
Interlude. Acceptance.
interlude,
In other words,
acceptance.
It's so simple,
So simple.
yet so powerful.
Yeah.
It's like he's stripping everything away.
Stripping everything back
Yeah.
to the bare essentials.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it creates this space.
For quiet reflection.
Yeah,
Like to confront those deeper emotions
yeah,
without any distractions.
just you and the music
In the piano.
and the piano. Yeah, I think it's a masterclass
It is.
in using minimalism.
Minimalism to create maximum impact.
Yes,
Less is more.
exactly.
okay.
It's so clear that
he's deliberate.
Grandjean is deliberate with every element.
Every single element he incorporates.
Yeah, he's not just trying to create like catchy tunes.
No.
He's using music as a language.
Yeah.
To communicate something deeper.
To communicate something deeper.
He's a storyteller.
He is a storyteller.
At heart.
And he's inviting us
to be part of the story.
To be part of the narrative.
Yeah.
To find our own meaning.
Within the music.
Within the music, yeah.
And it's resonating with people.
It is. We've seen it online.
Yeah, we've seen the comments.
People are connecting with this album
on
such a personal level.
On a deep level.
It's amazing.
Like people are saying it's helped them process grief.
Yeah.
It's given them a sense of peace.
A sense of peace, yeah.
Some people are saying it's challenged them.
To reevaluate their values.
Their own values.
Yeah. Their worldview.
It's really powerful stuff.
It is. It speaks to the power of music.
Right.
To transcend boundaries and connect with us.
On a soul level.
On a soul level.
Like beyond words.
Yeah, beyond words, beyond language.
It's amazing.
It's like a universal language.
He's tapped into something universal.
Yeah.
With this album.
Yeah, something that speaks to the human experience.
Yeah.
Regardless of like your background or your beliefs.
Well, I think that's what's so beautiful about it.
It is. Yeah, it's a reminder that we're all on this journey together.
Right.
You know, trying to find meaning.
We're all searching for meaning.
Yeah.
Trying to make sense of it all.
And sometimes music can be a powerful guide.
Music can be a guide.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It can help us along the way.
So as we wrap up.
Yeah.
This deep dive
into
Karma Beyond Death.
Karma Beyond Death.
We want to leave you with one final thought.
Okay.
What role does music play in your life?
Yeah.
How does it help you process emotion?
Yeah. Explore ideas.
Explore ideas.
Connect with something larger than yourself.
Connect with that.
Maybe even the divine.
It's something bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pascal Grandjean's Karma Beyond Death is just one example
of how music can be a catalyst for growth.
For growth.
With reflection.
And connection.
And we encourage you to seek out music that moves you.
Yeah.
That challenges your perspective.
That makes you think differently.
And helps you navigate the complexities of life.
Absolutely.
You can find a link to the album in the description below.
Courtesy of our sponsor, Dulaxi.
Courtesy of Dulaxi.
Who makes these deep dives possible?
Until next time.
Keep exploring.
Keep listening.
And keep those deep thoughts flowing.